Hi, all. Welcome to yet another COOD podcast series where we discuss global tech adoption trends with global industry leaders. And today we have a very special guest with us, Ms. Gauri Jayapandyan, who comes from Marvel Global Technology. Gauri leads as the Senior Director, Head of IT, Shared Services at Marvel Global Technology. Marvel is not like you're thinking in the entertainment, but this is into the semiconductor, producing GCC. It's a global company, and in the India GCC, they are doing some phenomenal work. They are building super smart, chips which are powering the data centers, networking systems, and cloud infrastructures. So, really looking forward to learn a lot from Ms. Gauri, who has spent more than 9 years at Marvel India GCC IT Shared Services. Welcome, Ms. Gauri, and thank you so much for taking out time for us and the audience.
Thank you, Nageshwari. It's my pleasure being part of this podcast and talking to you and sharing my thoughts.
Absolutely, absolutely, Ms. Gauri. So let's start with your current role at Marvel, because Marvel IT, as in it's a shared services. I'm really curious to know, and you have 9 long years at Marvel. So how has your role evolved at Marvel, and maybe your brief career journey, Ms. Gauri?
Sure. All right. So I am heading India IT at Marvel. It's a part of CC. So we drive enterprise applications, engineering infrastructure, and now AI and data. So my journey, it evolved along with enterprise AI. Sorry, enterprise IT. I started with the ERP and business system and expanded my role into global delivery, enterprise infrastructure, AI, and data. So it's quite a journey, 9 years.
Wonderful.
It was like,
How
yeah.
was the headcount, Ms. Gauri, if you go back earlier and now, how it has increased?
There was a significant growth. When I started, it was all about Marvel is known as data infrastructure company. So now, right, we have evolved. Now it is like AI.
Yeah.
AI infrastructure. So when I joined, it was almost close to 150 plus employees. Now
550 or only 50?
150.
150. Oh, sorry. Okay, 150. Okay.
Yes.
And in
And
present today, how
and now we are 1,500 plus, and we are
wonderful. Oh, wow. So you have seen a big growth in your journey. Absolutely good. Now, you are, the head of, IT shared services. Now, I want to understand from you, how is the role of, IT as a shared services evolving, Ms. Kauri?
yeah. So if I look back, right, Nageshwari, like IT state services now, in fact, it is IT GCC, right? So earlier, it the focus
Just
is. Okay. If I look back, right, how IT shared services, in fact, GCC now has evolved, right, there is a significant shift. So earlier, right, the focus is all about cost, efficiency, and centralization. Now, right, it has evolved into a true capability centers operating out of here, and they own the business outcomes. So that's where we are right now.
Yeah, I think I keep hearing this from many GCC leaders that we are moving back from, we are growing from mere, cost arbitrage to actual value addition. There's a lot of innovation happening. And I'm sure even at Marvel, I think there's so much, engineering and innovation and next gen, you're supporting the next gen, products at Marvel, Gauri. Now, when it comes to the data platforms, I think the data platforms are taking the central key role when it is coming to the enterprise decision making, right? Now, how are, as a leaders, how are they managing the cost and the speed and the performance, because they have to balance all these three.
Yes. So basically, right, when it comes to our data platforms like Snowflake or Databricks, right, we need to have a shift in how do we approach those platforms, right? It's just not tools. It is more of a product. Okay. So what I mean is how do you I mean, it should have a strong architecture, good governance control, and a continuous optimization. If we
Yeah,
don't have this defined, right, what happens was like, right, it will scale up quickly and you will never have a control. So
absolutely.
scaling without a control is a expensive chaos.
Now, how do you measure the trade-off? The cost optimization you mentioned, the cost that you're going to save versus the compute that is going to be done. So, how do you leaders measure that?
So that is what, like, right, when I meant, right, there should be a good governance
Okay.
framework and a continuous optimization. Unless we have that defined, right, what will happen is, right, I mean, like, right, multiple teams would be consuming the data.
Hmm.
There won't be a clear accountability. Over a period of time, right, it would be like a over provisioning, ideal compute, and you will not have a control of all the data. I mean, like, right, data would be residing forever without a proper mechanism to clean it up. So that is why, like, right, we should have a continuous optimization and a governance framework established so
Yeah.
that we have a good control and oversight of how it is being utilized.
Sure, sure, Ms. Gauri. And what are your current priorities, Ms. Gauri, in the India? You mentioned about AI. Is it
Right.
really a hype, or actually you're implementing across the different, sectors like operations or finance or HR? Are you really applying it across the?
Yes, I mean, like, right. I would say, like, right, to say if you, I mean, not just IT, like, if you really look at the overall trend, right, one end, you have resiliency,
Hmm.
cybersecurity, and cost pressure.
Yeah,
Another end, there is a strong push for speed, automation,
yeah.
and AI adoption. So it is like striking a balance. And how do we ensure we leverage AI and get the best out of it? So our focus should be like right, how do you simplify the technological platform what we have, or how do you? I mean, how do you identify the right use cases for automation? How do you drive basically the automation, and also the building the right talent to support that?
Hmm.
So so it is like, right, we need to, those are the primary priorities and focus. So it is like, I would say, like, speed with control by using the technology is the mandate and priority for every GCC, I would say.
Okay, no, no, wonderfully put. Speed with the. Can you repeat that?
With control.
With control, correct. Using the AI, the right AI with the right talent. Got it.
Yes.
Sure, sure, Ms. Gauri. Now you mentioned about AI and you mentioned about talent. I'm sure Marvel. I keep seeing Naveen Bishnoi's post about collaborating with many universities for the talent. So how are you doing the talent acquisition at Marvel?
I mean, like, right, more than Marvel, I would maybe talk about IT, which I do have. I mean, like, right, one thing is like, right, we do look at mix of the right talent. I mean, like, right, AI and data is fast growing. So that is where, right, of course, we need to have a right mix of people, a fresh talent, innovative ideas, balanced with a mix of experienced strategic vision. So we ensure, I mean, like, right, our talent strategy is always strategic.
Hmm.
So we build university relationships, we hire interns so that we can bring in that fresh ideas who can go explore, implement, and operate at speed. We will also be looking at a mix of people with an experience in the ecosystem so that, right, we are at the right direction, right strategic direction. So that is a strategy we do follow.
And how is the scope of work has increased at Marvel India GCC, Gauri? What are the some of the, if you don't, you can skip it if it is highly confidential, but what are the things that you're really prioritizing, and maybe you have won the projects from the HQ which you're currently working on, and for which the relevant talent is, you believe that it is available in India right now. Yes,
Yeah,
Gauri.
I mean, like, right. I would say, like, right, not only Marvel in general, with specific to GCC, right. If you look back a couple of years back, right, it would be like it is more of an back office execution. it is always fragmented,
Mm.
like you get it, be it an operational, it is more of a back end office for
Yeah.
the headquarters. But now, if you look at how we have evolved as a strategic hub, as a GCC,
Mm.
within Marvel itself, right, we have a capability center for every functions within IT. Okay, when I say capability center, right, we define the architecture, we run the POCs,
Mm.
we evaluate and identify what vendor who is going to work with. So basically, right, we own certain platforms from India as well. Not only the platform, some of the key initiatives. So it is like we bring in deep engineering expertise and
Okay.
also ensure we execute it from India.
Wonderful, wonderful, Ms. Kavi. I think you preempted my question. I was about to ask about the vendors as in
Ah,
started.
okay.
So
Okay.
yeah, so
Yeah,
moving on to the that particular
sure.
topic. So you said wonderful. I think it's be good news for the audience who are listening that you have the say, and because it's already a shared services, you own it.
Yeah.
So what are the different evaluation criteria on the basis of which you are first of all, before going to that question, uh, when do you arrive at that conclusion, buy versus build? When do you stop that? Okay, you think that okay, we cannot do it internally, we'll have to buy
Mm.
it externally. And when you're going to that, this is my question, how do you evaluate different vendors, Scott?
Okay. So, I mean, like, right, I'll take it as two parts, Navishwari. Like, when you ask for buy versus build, it is more for the
Yeah.
products and tools. Okay. So, I mean, like, right, IT, we do ensure, like, all our engineers, business partners whom we cater to, uh, gets the best. I mean, we ensure like they work efficiently, right?
Mm.
And we want to enable the technology for them to operate efficiently and effectively. So
Correct.
we will not be investing on building a product for our stakeholders.
Yeah.
We would be like, rather, we'd be looking at the tools and products that are already out in the market that
Mm.
will help them in their work. But
Okay.
there are cases which would be unique to Marvel
Mm. The
stakeholders.
core to Marvel.
Exactly. Those use cases, business process, for that we'll be building the tools in-house. Okay. So that is separate part. And when
Mm.
it comes to a vendor evaluation, it is more for like the services what we get, be it operational services, project services, or resource services. So that is where like we'll be working closely with the vendor on multiple spaces. Of course, we do look at what they have to offer for us, what is their niche skill, or what is the ecosystem they are serving currently, what is the certifications,
Mm.
and what is their practice maturity, how they can help us in our journey. So there are a couple of these are the key criteria we will evaluate our partners.
And you mean to say that you carry the decision ownership here? I mean,
Yes.
you own the budgets, and you can take the decision.
Exactly. I mean, there is a part of a budget, of course, for us to run the GCC. There is a separate budget for GCC.
Absolutely. No, no. Thank you so much for sharing that, Ms. Gauri. I'll just go one step back. You mentioned the core of Marvel. So I'm a little curious to understand. In India GCC, I see that you are working for building the smart chips which are used for the data centers. Is it globally, Ms. Gauri, or which are?
So, Naishwari, can I skip this question because it is more of an engineering because engineering BU is different.
Okay, sure.
IT is like we just support the tools,
Got it.
technologies for our engineering. So I don't know.
Absolutely. No, I'll
Okay.
skip this question. Absolutely, Gauri. Now, moving on to my next, question. I think this is the kind of advice. I mean, you mentioned about the vendors, and you are, of course, uh, in the network of decision making of evaluating. So, what is that one advice that you would like to give to the SaaS founders or the AI founders who are watching this video before approaching? Of course, you mentioned that they should be having the previous practices, use cases, and they should have the niche you mentioned. But other than that, what is that one advice that you would like to give before presenting to the enterprise?
Sure. I
Yeah.
mean, like, right, one thing I would say is like, right, I mean, like, right, most of the time, right, most of the startups, be it SaaS or AI products, right? They have all the features. They have the deep innovation.
Yeah.
But right, what might be missing
Mm.
is the ecosystem complexity. I mean, like whether the product can adapt to the enterprise ecosystem. So when I say like right, whether it can adapt to the enterprise ecosystem, I mean like it would be a great product with a lot of good features, but it needs to seamlessly integrate within the enterprise ecosystem, which has diversified tools and technologies and
Mhm.
multiple process workflows. So that is the differentiator, I would say.
Okay. Sure. So you mean to say that they should adapt to, for example, they should be able to customize. This is
Yes.
one keyword that I keep getting from the leader. They should be open to the customization which the enterprise is asking for.
Yes.
Got it. Got
Yes.
it. So we are coming to the second last, question of this podcast, Ms. Gauri. So I ask this to most of our guests. So,
Uh-huh.
if one small story about your resilience, Miss Gauri, maybe
Uh-huh.
not from, it can be from personal or professional, which really comes first in your mind as I'm asking this question. The first resilient story which comes to your mind, which really, tested your nerves and uh, you could, go through it and, kind of leader or the strong person that you are.
I mean, like, right. I am just thinking through, right. I mean, more than a specific story, right? I would say, right, the resilience comes with how quickly you can adapt to the change, be it personal or professional, right? If personal things, I mean, there are a lot of situations out of it. When it comes to professional, right, technological change, I mean, like, right, how quickly you adapt to the change
Okay.
will make you resilient. I mean, like, right, even I'll just give you an example. AI, right? Like few years back, any technological change for it to mature and out there for everybody to work on, it will be like couple of years, like maybe 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. Even if you look back, right? uh, Maybe in an engineering stream, right?
Yeah.
The C or C++ or Java, it would have found it a long back. You would have kept learning it, building lot of tools and technologies out of it. But now AI, right? Today it is something 2 months or even 2 weeks later, it's a new. I mean, like, right, earlier ChatGPT, now you have
Lord, and
Claude,
topic.
Coder, right? So, I mean, I believe like resiliency comes with how quickly you can change, adapt to the change, and how open you are. I mean, like, I just gave an example from the technology perspective. That same applies to the personal as well.
Sure, Miss Gauri. And the last question of this podcast, Miss Gauri, what is that one book or maybe a podcast and an article uh, which really, which you're really close to and which has molded the kind of person you are?
I mean, like, right, I would not be able to pick one, Nageshwari. I mean, like, right, I mean, I do enjoy reading books, but I usually circulate it amongst like leadership books,
Okay,
diversity specifics,
okay.
and also like, right, sometimes to like take a break, read some novels. So, right, every time, every point of a time, one or other book has made an impact on me.
And any podcast or anything which you're reading regularly, Miss Gauri? I mean,
Not really, Nageshwari. I'm a
but
person,
how do
right?
you
I
keep
prefer.
abreast yourself of the? You mentioned that you have to keep learning about the AI. You have to be, uh, on the go with the technology. So how do you keep yourself abreast of it?
I mean, like, right. One thing I do is I'm a very fast reader. So usually, right, watching or listening takes. I feel like it takes a lot of time. I
Oh,
usually scroll through the technical articles, latest technology news. So that is how I keep. I mean, like, I spend almost like 15 minutes or 30 minutes.
every day.
Quick. Mostly, at least 3, 4 days, 15 minutes per day. Like it's just quickly scrolling through, just
Which
look at
which
that.
one? Which website is that, Miss Gauri?
Not specific website. I'd be
Okay.
it's a quick summarization and then article that captures my interest. I'll be going through in detail.
Okay, okay, but it's your frequent, like your
Yes.
consistent. Sure,
Yes.
sure, sure, Miss Gauri. I think we've come to the end of the podcast. Thank you so much for taking out time for us and the audience. Looking forward to be in touch with you, and maybe hosting you in more such panel or more such workshop related, and even events, in person events also, Miss Gauri.
Sure. It's been a pleasure talking to you and your audiences, Nageshwari. Thanks for having me in your podcast session. Thank
Absolutely,
you.
pleasure is all ours, Miss Gauri.